Good morning. Welcome to Upper Body Monday. Let's find ourselves a space and make a start by just jogging gently on the spot. Just warming ourselves up. Just going from not moving to moving, being asleep to awake. Just get ourselves sorted. Nothing too hard. In some star jumps and jumping jacks. Getting those great big joints moving. Getting that your fluid flowing. And back from here, back into jogging gently on the spot. Okay, we'll keep those out. Right, this morning we're going to do 6 sets of exercises with 3 of them being 4 of them being combos. We're really pushing it this morning because this is the only upper body session of today. So grab ourselves some weights or resistance bands or just anything that provides that little bit of resistance. I'm going to start off with some bent over rows into tricep kickbacks. So bring ourselves into that bent over position. Again, bend your knees if you need to. Keep your back nice and straight. Anchor your arms. So bring your arms in front of you, just like levers. Then we're going to pull with our back, raise the arms up, then pin the elbows to the side, and then drive the arms back by squeezing our triceps. Then reverse that. Once we've had it out there, bring it back to the start, all in. If you look at that from the side position, again, squeeze with our back, pin our elbows in, drive our arms back, and reverse that motion. Okay, from there, we're going to go into upright rows to overhead press. So bring the arms out in front of us. So keeping as close to our body as we can. Bring arms up so that elbows come to shoulder height. Reverse the elbows down and then drive the arms up to the ceiling into our overhead press. Reversing it again, bring our arms back down, put elbows up, and then bring it always to the start. If you look at that from side position, again keep it as close to your body and straight up all the way, then all the way back down. Okay, from there, we're going to go into some power curls to arm presses. So from here, we're going to start elbows pinned into the side, bending just at the elbows, so the forearms are the only thing that moves to bring the arms up. As we've gotten to this position, we're going to then drive them up to the ceiling and twist our hands so they're facing forwards. The back, the point face the body, back, the palms are facing one another. So again, looking at from the side, forearms are the only thing that moves, bring them up, twisting at the same time so your palms face your face. From there, drag your arms up to the ceiling, turn your palms to the face away. Reverse it, bring them back down so the palms face the face, and then from there, turn the palms to face one another. Okay, and from there, we're going to go into, actually, from there, we're just going to go straight into rear delts. We don't need to do that extra bit, I think. So back into our bent over position, palms facing one another. We're going to go into our rear delt. So again, raising both arms up to the side and slowly back down. Remembering, as soon as we feel our shoulder blades start to move, we stop. Okay, so let's make a start. 4 sets, 10, 10, 12, and 15 reps. Starting with our bent over rows into tricep kickbacks. I'll get ourselves into position, 10 reps. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, standing up straight. Put your arms in front of us. So we've got upright rows to overhead press. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so from there, dual arm hammer curls into Arnold presses. Remembering to twist our hands as we bring them up to the face, body, and then twist our hands again as we drive them to the ceiling to face away. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there into our rear delt flies. Into our bent over position again. Arms facing one another, focusing on our rear delts. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, pop the weights down, have a break, grab a drink, put the time on. Oh, I'm glad we knocked off that final exercise. I think that would have put us over time. Well, it's amazing sometimes, you can have an idea of something, but then the execution of it can be something different. And I think with this one, if we'd put the extra exercise in, not only would it push us over time, but we'd probably start to rush some of the exercises. That's not what it's about. It's not about rushing. It's about getting the right feeling, so the right connection, etc. I'm going to do more about feeling as we move into this next set. What we'll do, we go through each of the exercises and try to really feel and connect with each of the muscles that we're utilizing. Trying to fire as many of those muscle fibers as we can so we can maximize that time we're here. Because it's not just about going through the motions, it's not about just making the movement, it's about actually that engagement, that kind of control between your mind and your muscle, firing off as many of those muscle fibers as we can, as I just said. So try and keep that in mind as we move into set number 2. Starting off, we're focusing on our backs and our triceps. So back into our bent over position, ready for our bent over rows into tricep kickbacks. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. There. Moving to our upright rows to shoulder press. So bring weights in front of us. And again, this one's focusing on our shoulders, our medial delts, muscle that goes across the tops of our shoulders. So really feel it squeeze as we raise our arms and squeeze ahead again as we drive them to the ceiling. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, move into our dual arm curls into Arnold presses. The palms facing one another, switch our focus to our biceps and our medial delts. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, back into our bent up position for our rear delt phase, arms facing one another. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. I'll pop the timer on. Oh, so definitely setting an intention for any kind of activity you've got, or any goal that you can have, so you can really kind of focus on what that goal, what that outcome's supposed to really be. Can really help focus what it is that you're trying to do. So rather than, for example, doing everything and throwing everything at something, which can leave you sort of potentially overwhelmed, and therefore you're rushing things, you're not necessarily getting the best out of what it is they're looking for. You just choose the kind of 1 or 2 things that are really most important to that activity, most important to that goal, and kind of focus your attention on that. And things that are going to detract from that, while it might be like a nice to have, you've got to make that kind of decision to say yes or no. Yes, you're going to do it, or no, you're not. And in many cases, choosing no, you're not can actually enrich the activity that you're doing for the rest of it. Really keeping it more mindful, really keeping it focused, and really getting the stress out of it as well. So let's be mindful and focused as we move on to set number 3. We'll work on our timing. As always, with all of these, they're all going to be faster on the way up and slow and controlled on the way down. Starting with our bent over rows into tricep kickbacks, using gravity as much as we can. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, standing up straight. We'll move our arms in front of us, back into upright rows to shoulder press. Same again, faster on the way up, slow and controlled on the way down. Mindfully keep your attention on those muscles and amplify those muscle fibers. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, my shoulder clicking like mad. Okay. From there to our dual arm curls to Arnold press. So hammer curls to Arnold presses, remembering twisting our hands throughout. Same again, faster on the way up. Remember to squeeze when we get to the tops of the motion when we've done our bicep curls. And then slow and control the way down. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And from there, moving to our mid-up flies. Arms facing one another. Arms slightly bent. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, pop the weights down, have a break, grab a drink. Oh, pop the time round. Oh, we're doing well. Perfect timing. Mm. And don't get me wrong, I get things wrong all the time, especially when it comes down to trying to squeeze too much into life. There's so much richness that's available in life. I sometimes do try and squeeze too much in, try to do too much, try to think, oh yeah, I can just do that one extra thing. And sometimes that works and we have an amazing time. Sometimes it just causes more chaos. And you feel rushed, you feel pressured, and it kind of just it can spoil a moment. So it's not always easy to take a look and think, no, I'm just going to limit myself to do those few things I want to do. But definitely, when you do set out for anything, any activity, any kind of intention that you've got, sorry, any goal you've got, just set that specific intention today. Yeah, these are the 2 or 3 things that I really want to enjoy from this. These are the 2 or 3 things I really need to get out of this. Whatever it is that you need to focus on. Speaking of focus, we're going to focus now on our final set. Set number 4. As always, bringing it all together. Great form, great feeling in connection, great tempo. Fast on the way up, slow and control on the way down. Really concentrate on feeling each of those muscles fire and try and make them move more than what you can possibly think you can do. Because you've got that capability in your head. And we'll start with bent over rows into tricep kickbacks. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, Okay, stand up straight. Knees in front of us, upright rows to shoulder press. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and from there, hands down by our sides. Dual arm hammer curls into Arnold presses. Remembering we're twisting our hands throughout on this one. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And from there, final exercise this morning session into our rear delt flies. Back up in our position, palms facing one another. Again, really concentrate on the movement of your posterior delts, so little tiny muscles on your shoulders. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, pop the weights down, grab yourself a drink, and this is the end of an upper body session for this week. We've only got the one upper body session this week. Tomorrow I'm away. Wednesday, core Wednesday. Thursday, I'm doing a marathon. And Friday will be lower body Friday. Maybe a more gentle one on Friday. We'll see. In the meantime, have an absolutely amazing week ahead. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.